Smokas, folks, this ain't no dang Jokas. Voyager Digital's ticker symbol VYGVF has gone absolutely parabolic. And yes, parabolic is the right term to use in regards to this stock. It is up over 32% here today alone, and that's after being up massively yesterday as well. This stock has climbed almost, or somewhere around roughly 50% in 2 trading days. I'm not flipping your flapjacks. Voyager Digital is flipping your flapjacks. This is insane, guys. I want to go through everything that has just transpired in regards to stock. This stock was a beaten down dog, and it has so much good big news coming behind it right now. There's a lot. Let's just put it that way. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, all I ask in return is that you smash that button and you know what to do, okay? Now, Voyager Digital, this is a stock that I'm down $23,000 on. And I gotta be saying, I am thankful to be down only $23,000 because literally 48 hours ago, I was down probably $90,000 plus on this stock, okay? And so that is a massive recovery in a short amount of time. And me, when it comes to stocks, I am a ride or die. I'm the definition of a ride or die when it comes to stocks, right? I'm there for the great times and I'm there for the bad times. As long as I believe in the underlying fundamentals of the company, I will go through vicious dips. Usually, a vicious dip for me is 10 to 20%. Voyager Digital was like 40% plus. I started buying the stock when it was around $20, and I've averaged down as the stock went down and down and down. I think my lowest shares I got right around $9, okay? So I have been through this stock with the tough times, and believe me, I'm ready for the good old days, okay? The good days will come to Voyager Digital, and this is just the start of the good days in my personal opinion in regards to stock. And I own 15,000 shares of this stock. I believe this stock's a great deal for long-term investors at a $20 price, okay? Never mind when it was trading at $9 very recently. Yeah, it's a flipping flapjack in one, okay? And like I said, I'm here for the thick and the thin of these stocks. I'm a ride or die when it comes to these stocks. Tesla, I held that stock for a year, and it did nothing. I had to get so many hate comments, so many people calling me an idiot. You know what I mean? I'm there for it because, in my opinion, the stocks I'm investing in are going to get me hundreds of percent of gains in the future years, or 1,000% plus. So for me to go down 10, 20, 30, or heck, even in Voyager Digital's situation, 40% plus, I'm not scared. I will be here. I'll average down. I'll make the position bigger, and I'll take the hate in the short term. And long term, I think I'll prosper in stocks, right? I am the definition of a ride or die when it comes to stocks, okay? Now, in regards to the stock price, remember this. This company is trading at less than a $2 billion market cap, which is nothing compared to what the stock should be trading at. And this is nothing when you compare them to other crypto exchanges out there. Remember, Kraken, which I think is far less relevant in the future than somebody like a Voyager Digital, that's trading at, as far as they're supposed to go IPO, they're supposed to go IPO at somewhere between $10 and $20 billion. Coinbase, okay? And Voyager Digital is coming for Coinbase over the coming years. Coinbase trades at $80+ billion market cap. Also remember this. This stock is still down over 50% from its 52-week high. Remember, this stock hit $30 plus 52-week high. Now, there's a lot of rumors on why the stock was falling for such a long period of time. Some people say, well, there wasn't much excitement about the stock, like the fundamentals of the company were good, but it wasn't like any excitement. And when it comes to something in relation to crypto, there's got to be something exciting going on. That's one factor, but also a lot of people were saying there could be a lot of folks exercising warrants that were picking up shares for super cheap and dumping those onto the market, and it was creating a bunch of selling pressure. Whatever happens short term is whatever happens short term. All I know is the stock price got pushed down to disgusting levels that made no sense, and now it is starting to recover. But the key word is starting. If you think the stock is high, I'm just telling you, you might be a little misguided there, needless to say, okay? Now, what is going on here? Well, this happened during the trading day yesterday, and this is all of a sudden what the first thing that happened, that Voyager's stock price just started going beast mode yesterday, and I think it finished up something like 16%. Came out in the middle of the trading day. Voyager Digital becomes the official cryptocurrency brokerage partner of the Dallas Mavericks, okay? That's an NBA team for those that don't know anything about sports. Now, this is a much bigger deal than meets the eye, okay? And, I spoke to somebody last night, and I told them, hey, Voyager Digital, they just became the partner of the Dallas Mavericks. And this individual told me the first thing they talked about the owner. They said, oh, that's huge because blah, blah, blah owns that team. And I was like, wow, this person doesn't even know that much about sports, but they know that, there's a certain individual that's a game changer that owns that team, and that getting in with that individual is a huge deal. So who does own the Dallas Mavericks? Well, it's a gentleman named Mark Cuban, Mr. Shark Tank himself. Yes, Mark Cuban, the 247th richest person in the world, about a $4.5 billion net worth on that gentleman, okay? Now, Mark Cuban is somebody that has gotten, let's say, much more into the crypto space. And if you see a lot of what Cuban's putting out now, it's in relation to crypto. He talks about cryptos a lot. He'll go on CNBC and talk about crypto. He'll go on different podcasts and episodes and talk about Bitcoin and cryptos in general. And so this is a man that's getting very, very, very serious about cryptocurrencies, okay? And so needless to say, he's becoming somebody that's kind of almost like a spokesperson, an unofficial spokesperson for crypto in general, all right? And look at this, okay? Fans who download the app, talking about Voyager Digital, create an account with promo code MAVS100, deposit $100, and make one trade, will receive $100 in free Bitcoin in the next 48 hours, guys. So look at this. This is off of Mark Cuban's, Twitter account that has 8.5 million followers. Yeah, that, you know how many people are probably downloading the Voyager Digital app right now and, creating accounts and are planning on being in Voyager for a while? Because here's the thing, guys. You deposit $100, you make one trade, and you receive $100 in Bitcoin? Literally, that's like a no-brainer. Like a no-brainer at all, okay? And the way I look at this is Voyager is about to have a massive amount more accounts open, right? Some people might stick around Voyager, some people might not. That is what it is, right? But needless to say, you're gonna have a ton of new people come over, and if you can just keep half of those people long term, or 70% or 90%, that's probably a huge, huge win, okay? But at the end of the day, that is so massive, okay? So then you have this. Alameda Research pumped $75 million of funding into Voyager Digital. The two will work together to tap opportunities in non-fungible tokens and crypto derivatives. Okay. Cryptocurrency broker Voyager Digital has received $75 million investment from trading firm Alameda Research. The investment will be used for growth, Voyager Digital said on Thursday. Obviously, shares soared. At this time it was 17%. Now it's 30+%, right? Voyager Digital and Alameda plan to tap into opportunities in non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and crypto derivatives, as well as work together with lawmakers on shaping regulation, which, remember, I talked about this recently. Voyager Digital, of the crypto exchanges, brokerages, whatever you want to call them, Voyager Digital is set up at the best of all of them. They've been a public company for quite a while now. They have somebody leading this company who used to be the vice president for E-Trade, right? So they know about a regulated industry, which crypto is absolutely going to move to becoming a regulated industry over the coming years. In Voyager Digital, the way they're setting up this company is so ready for regulation. They're more ready for regulation, in my personal opinion, than anybody else that they're competing with. Through our strategic partnership, we believe there are endless mutual beneficial opportunities to grow both our businesses, said the co-CEO of Alameda. Alameda Research was launched by crypto billionaire Sam Bankman, which, what a name to be a billionaire. Bankman, are you kidding me? Okay, who announced October 12th he was taking a step back to make more room for co-CEOs Ellison and Sam. Currently, Alameda trades over $5 billion a day across thousands of products, including cryptocurrencies, altcoins, and their derivatives, okay? Yeah, this is a huge, huge deal, guys. Like, needless to say, when you have somebody that's doing $5 billion a day in trades, and they're giving you the vote of confidence to invest $75 million into you and work with you on all these future projects, this definitely shows there's some real big money that is big believers of Voyager Digital, okay? I'm talking big money. When you're doing deals with Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks, when you're doing deals with a firm like this that's doing $5 billion a day in trades, yeah, big money's starting to come behind you in a massive way. And here's the thing, this is just a start, right? Like, if these guys are starting to do deals with them, imagine how many are coming down the pipe over the coming months and coming years, okay? Now, Dallas Mavericks announced 5-year partnership with cryptocurrency brokerage Voyager Digital. This is important. 5-year partnership. So it's not like Cuban's interested in this deal in terms of just being some short-term thing, and that's Cuban and that's Steve there. So Steve's the CEO of Voyager Digital. That's basically a joint press conference they had there. So this is bringing a ton of publicity and basically just attention to Voyager Digital. And this is so massive because, in my opinion, the number one thing Voyager Digital has to do is get more attention and publicity, because the fact is they have some competitive advantages going on that if you're somebody that owns cryptocurrencies, it's hard not to at least consider switching from whatever you're using over to Voyager Digital. There's the trust there, right? Because Voyager Digital is a public company, where some of these other crypto exchanges and things like that, you're like, man, where's my money actually at, right? So there's that big factor. But then there's the interest rates, like the money you can earn on just having your money in Voyager Digital. That's, generally speaking, so much more substantial than you will get anywhere else, and not by a little. I'm talking by a lot, right? 5.75% annual percent just having your Bitcoin over there. 4.6% for having your Ethereum over in Voyager Digital. 5% for Cardano ADA. Look at Polkadot. The good old dot, you get 12% annual. That's like ridiculous. Like, these numbers are crazy. 2% for the SHIB and 2% for Doge. Then as far as Litecoin goes, or Litcoin, whatever you want to call it, it's lit. 5% for that one. And so needless to say, if you own a lot of crypto, and let's say you have it in another crypto brokerage or crypto exchange, for a lot of folks, and I receive messages all the time that when people get educated on this and they look into the interest rates you can earn with somebody like a Voyager versus somebody like Coinbase or a lot of these others, they see that, oh my gosh, I'm getting almost nothing compared to what I could be getting over in Voyager. Now, this gets me to my next point, because I don't just own Voyager stock. I'm not just a ride or die with Voyager stock. I own something else in relation to Voyager that I think has big long-term potential as well, and I want to explain that. I own what's called VGX. So you know me, I'm not a cryptocurrency coin person at all, okay? However, if I see a good financial opportunity, I'm going to usually, where the risk reward is there, I'm going to usually take that, okay? I now own over 30,000 VGX. I am the highest tiered member you could possibly be as far as owning VGX. I'm what they call a navigator. And here's the thing. VGX, if you are on Voyager and if you are a Voyager customer, it is, and if you have any substantial amount at all of Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of these coins, meaning at least 5 figures plus, it is almost a no-brainer to buy VGX if you're in that situation. And the reason being is when you own VGX, you get 7% staking rewards. And because the more VGX you own, and when you become a navigator, you get an extra 1.5% earnings reward boost. So imagine you own $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, right? Which would be less than 2 Bitcoin. Then you're essentially going to make yourself an extra $1,500 a year by just buying some VGX. Never mind if you own Ethereum, these other cryptos as well. So if somebody like myself, if I own Bitcoin, I could be getting somewhere around a 7% annual rate or something like that, because you have the regular annual rate that you get, right? And then since I'm a navigator, I get another 1.5%. We're talking I get like 7% on just holding Bitcoin on the Voyager basically platform, right? And so this is a huge deal for VGX as well, because the more people, the fact is, like, the more people that get educated about Voyager Digital, the more folks that are going to be like, oh, this is they got a pretty good thing going on here. Let me transfer my crypto I have over to Voyager Digital. Let me start earning these interest rates, and let me go ahead and start participating over here, and let me go ahead and buy this VGX thing, because, I'm going to make a lot more money on my money, essentially, right? And so I think this is going to be a double boom for not just Voyager Digital, but VGX as well. And this is why I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is and buy 30,000 plus, VGX coins, and on top of that, have 15,000 shares in the stock. If if let's say the crypto market goes through a multi-year bear cycle, that's not good for VGX and that's not good for Voyager Digital. However, outside of that scenario, it is near impossible for me to imagine a scenario where VGX doesn't thrive over the coming years and Voyager Digital doesn't thrive over the coming years, right? Even if crypto is not in a major bull cycle over the coming years. So meaning, even if crypto is not in a massive bull cycle over the coming years, even if Bitcoin doesn't go from 60K to 120K over the coming years, even if that doesn't happen, as long as crypto's at least a healthy market where you're getting volatility in there, where maybe you're uptrending a bit, but it's nothing crazy, at the end of the day, the more attention that comes to the crypto market is a boom for Voyager Digital. And the more Voyager Digital is known out there, the better this is going to be for this company. And the next thing you know, they're going to have, let's say 10 million customers using this platform, 20 million. And then they're going to start being comparable to something like a Coinbase over the coming years, in my opinion. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, this company's going to be valued at $10 billion, $20 billion, $30 billion. VGX coin, because this is the core of the platform, in my opinion, as far as their rewards program, will I won't even make predictions around that. All I'll say is it will be pretty fun, in my personal opinion. Now, in terms of the valuation, we looked at the numbers, the revenue growth, the forward Ps, all those sorts of things. I did that in a video. I didn't get a ton of views, but I did it over a day ago, okay? Why I spent $22,000 on this $9 growth stock. So if you want to hear me talk for 17 minutes all about valuation, all about growth numbers for Voyager, and all those sorts of things, check out that video I put out a few days ago on the channel and enjoy that. Much love as always, guys. Just so you know, we got a free 7-day trial going on for the private stock group. Not sure how much longer we're going to do that, but it's going on right now, so make sure you take advantage of that. That will be pinned comment down there. Much love as always, guys, and have a great day.